What is up, guys? So this is part 2 to the setup reaction. Today we're going to be looking at SimplyPops. So enjoy the video. Good.
Been over a year since I released my dream room video. That video is a masterpiece. If you missed it, I highly encourage you guys to watch that video first before watching this one. I added in a lot more things to add a little bit more pop to the room. I'm gonna break it down to categories. So we have my bed area, we have the office area, the entertainment side, and we have the YouTube side. This is something that's new. A lot of people have been asking me, why didn't I change the bed? You know, new room should be a new bed and everything, but there's nothing wrong of my mattress or the bed head. And most importantly, I was trying to cut down the cost. Would I change it now? No, I think it's still a big difference to the smell and even the feeling. So I use eucalyptus, tea tree, and sometimes I even have a little fun. I use pina colada, strawberry. I think it's perfect to have it over the bed because when you're sleeping, you breathe in and you having the moisture. So it's important to have moisture in the air. You don't want that dry air, especially when it comes down to the winter time. Now, one of the things I totally missed out on, I didn't put any art whatsoever on the wall. So you guys see this beautiful art piece behind me? So you can actually touch it and actually feel the painting. It's really 3D. I love having art on my wall. In terms of the nightstand, I'm just using an IKEA Alex drawer just to stand up my lamp and have my 𝕽𝖊𝖈𝖍 from PT2.
The prices of Alex drawers are ridiculous. I remember when they were like $60. I go on IKEA, they're about 120. And you can't even order them without paying $200 shipping because they have to carry it themselves. It's too heavy for you. It weighs like 10 pounds. I'm paying $300 for one unit. I can't order a desktop from IKEA because that's going to run me, depending on the desktop, $250. And the $200 is just from shipping. Not everybody can afford to go to an IKEA. Our IKEA is 3.5 hours away. That's the closest one to us. We live in Lynchburg, Virginia. The closest one is 3.5 hours away. That is ridiculous.
So I could charge up all of my Apple devices. The bulb inside the lamp is from 𝕍𝖊𝖈𝖍. This is a smart bulb, so I can control it using my smartphone or Amazon or even through Siri. And I have that same very light bulb installed on my bed head. Now, we have the desk area. This is where all the dreams are made of right here. This received the most.
See, this is what I like. This is his complete entire setup. He doesn't have a separate desk across the room. He doesn't have a different setup in a different room. He has the productivity setup for editing videos. There's his MacBook, keyboard, mouse for productivity, and then he has an ultra wide. This side, he has his gaming computer, gaming keyboard, gaming mouse, gaming monitor. Have it all in one area, not in multiple different areas.
Improvements, in my opinion. Big difference from before and now after. I still have the autonomous L-shaped smart standing desk. This is a motorized desk. You can either sit down while you work or stand up, but the desk can memorize up to 4 presets. Cable management can be a little tricky because you have to, have a little bit more slack with the wires so it can have room to go up or down. But I did a fantastic job hiding those cables because there's a lot of wires and stuff that you guys just not gonna see. And in terms of the power cable powering up everything, I added in this spine so it looks cool, but in reality there's a wire just it's out. You guys can see there's a USB and SD cards. That's my adapter dongle for my MacBook. So instead of me reaching all the way to the MacBook, plugging in a dongle, I have my access right here on the right side. Now I still have the autonomous Rgb chair. This is the long session chair right here. Logitech knocked it out of the park. It feels my headphones of choice for editing and media consumption goes to the AirPods Max. I talk about these countless times on previous videos. Put it in quick summary, you get what you pay for. A luxury design, premium sound thanks to its computational audio, and most importantly, they just work. I have Nanoleafs installed. These are like
I
these
don't
wall light
think
panels,
they're worth the money.
and this is the best 200 bucks I
Honestly.
ever spend. It looks beautiful to look at. You can download themes from the community, and in general, it looks good. The most important one of all, the 100,000 subscribers silver play button. Can't wait to get that gold YouTube play button for surpassing 1 million subscribers. Love or hate YouTube, I will always respect YouTube for rewarding the creators. Now this second shelf, I just normally like to showcase my old cameras, you know, looking back on where I started from.
Hello, YouTube.
Yo, what's going on, guys? SimplyPops. Now next to that, I have a disassembled iPhone 4S. The iPhone 4S was my first smartphone that I ever had, so it's like, why not display it on the wall? Disassembled. Fun fact, if you put them all together, it'll be a functional iPhone. And if you look at it closely, my name is signed, so we have SimplyPops in collaboration with Grid. If you guys want to see their site, they disassemble a bunch of old electronics, and we have the quote from the legend Steve Jobs, so just another boost of motivation. I decided to pick up another HomePod, so now I have two, which is gonna enable stereo pairing. It sounds phenomenal. And a lot of you guys were saying, oh, why is he buying a MacBook Pro? Just get a PC or build a PC. Why don't we talk about this beast? RTX 3090. Yes, the 3090 installed as my first gaming PC. And in terms of the CPU, this is the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X.
Okay, the tech nerd in me is not happy. If you are building a gaming PC, do not go with a 3090. Maybe a 3090 Ti, sure, because that's going to beat a 3090 any day. But don't go with a 3090. Go with 3070 Ti, 3080 Ti. You're going to get 4K gaming for half the price. Any review you watch for a 3090, they're going to say it's not worth the money. If it's a productivity setup, sure. They beat media encoding better than any other card. But a 3080 in gaming outperforms a 3090. Price to performance wise. Yeah, 3090 might get 5 to 10 more FPS, but 3080 costs you $700 to $800. A 3090 costs you $1,200. You're getting better price to performance from a 3080 versus a 3090. I can look right now for a 3080 Ti, $900 versus cheapest 3090, $1,249. They're not worth the price. A 3080 is cheaper than a 3080 Ti. You're looking at cheapest 3080, brand new, $769. Nice. $769 versus $1,249. You're saving so much money and getting so much better performance.
32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD.
If he's using it for video
Blazing
editing,
fast. Now,
perfect.
I have 9 fans installed to keep the
But if he's
performance
not, it's a
cool.
waste of money.
And in terms of my monitor, this is the LG Ultra Gear 4K 144 Hertz. This is the one with the HDMI 2.0. I kind of regret getting this one because literally 2 months later, LG came out with the HDMI 2.11. 2.11, not 2.11, but 2.11. Let me stop. My PC peripherals, I'm using the Keychron
2.1
K2
version.
wireless mechanical keyboard. I swapped out the keycaps to white and blue, yet again matching the aesthetics of the room. And I'm using a Tilted Nation RGB mouse. Now the desk mat is from Highstar. They offer many different designs and colors. I like this. I use the Xbox wireless, so I use this both for my Xbox and for my PC. And shout out to Xbox for even reaching out. They not sponsoring this video, but they sponsored a past video, and they engraved my name, SimplyPops, with the Xbox logo.
Another thing that's a waste of money, don't ever get... There are some that are the exception, but don't ever get a gaming headset for gaming, get a studio headphone, like studio headphones for gaming. These are DT990 Pros. They are amazing for gaming. I've tried HyperX headsets. I've tried Razer headsets. I had the Kraken Tournament Editions. I've tried Corsair headphones. They are all super bassy and they all sound terrible. I can't hear footsteps to save my life, literally. These are perfect. I can hear footsteps clear as day. They're not bassy whatsoever. And it's just a waste of money. Don't spend $300 on gaming headphones unless they're SteelSeries. SteelSeries makes really good gaming headphones. They're not your standard boomy, like bass heavy headphones. They actually tune them. They come with their own audio DAC, so you can tune them if you want. They have their app, SteelSeries Sonar, which I use because it lets you use it with any phone, like any headphones, any mic. I use it to tune my stuff. SteelSeries makes good stuff, but don't go with gaming headphones. They're not worth the money.
Hello, much love to the Xbox team. Underneath on the PC side, I have a footrest. Those long gaming sessions could be intensive. Out of all the desk setups that you guys probably watch, you guys see an Alex draw somewhere. It's one of those things where you just gotta have. On top of that, I have plants, of course. Gotta keep the greenery going. Like $1,300, $1,200. I didn't want to spend too much money on the TV.
This is the part of the setup that bothers me the most.
So, as you guys can see, I finally jumped the gun and picked up an OLED TV. This is the LG C1, and I gotta tell you straight up, this is miles better than my Samsung Q60R, my old TV. OLED offers much more vibrant colors, inky blacks, and the absolute best viewing angles. And what's also cool about this TV, it features HDMI 2.1, which means this is perfect for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, featuring 4K at 120 frames per second. And once you see 120 frames per second, it makes 60 frames per second look choppy. It's that smooth. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your comments and suggestions of recommending OLED. I don't know what I was thinking.
The layout, the setup, it looks great. But why is it so far away from the bed? His bed is all the way over here and his TV is mounted on this wall. How are you going to play it? Do you just drag your chair over? How do you watch TV if you're just laying in bed? The angle is terrible. I get it, it's on like a swivel arm, but you only get so much swivel with how big that TV is. That's the one thing that bothers me the most.
I came back to my senses. I purchased an Apple TV and it works so much better. I can make a totally separate video talking about this. The entire interface of the Apple TV is just more snappier. It performs better. I added these light bars from 𝕽𝖆𝖊𝖈𝖍. Basically adds another layer of ambiance, splashing some color onto the wall. So that empty space there, you just add in some color.
Is everything crooked, or is it just the TV?
I installed some RGB light strips on the back of my TV, but not no ordinary light strips. This is a TV immersion kit from 𝕽𝖆𝖈, and this
Groovy? It was Goovy, now it's Groovy.
This is an absolute breathtaking experience. Here's how it works. It includes a camera. You can install it either on the top or on the bottom. I recommend on the bottom so it's not too obtrusive. And that's gonna allow it to identify the colors on the corners or the side of the TV. And it's gonna send a signal to the light strips, pushing out that color. It's marvelous, man. From playing video games, watching movies. I was watching Star Wars and the lightsabers is going. It is just a pleasant experience nonetheless.
That's really cool.
It kind of makes the TV bigger than what it is because the same colors pushing out on the wall. So it just gives you the illusion that the TV is bigger. If you have an old TV, this is going to upgrade it. I recommend this kit. I still have the Denon soundbar, which sounds incredible. Now, I got rid of the other two Denon speakers. I wanted to have all the next-gen consoles in a row. So I have my Nintendo Switch, which I pre-ordered the OLED Nintendo Switch. So if you guys want to see that video, make sure you guys subscribe. And in the center, I have the PS5.
OLED Nintendo Switch is not worth the money. You aren't getting... You're getting a very slightly better screen on the Switch itself, but a lot of people have it docked and play Nintendo games on their TV. You're wasting money on a screen that you're not even going to use. Just stick with the regular Switch if you're going to be playing on the TV. Don't get the OLED version because you're not going to utilize that slightly better screen.
And the far right, I have the Xbox Series X and S. And in terms of the entertainment center itself, this is custom built. You can't get this in the store nowhere, and it's mounted up on the wall, so it's literally floating. And to go alongside with that, we'll have the baseboarders on the bottoms, and added in that raceway, no cables whatsoever. Going even further with the cable management, keeping that consistency on point. Now this entire opening is where I store all the cables, so you guys don't see anything. I'm so happy that I decided to make the YouTube desk separate compared to having everything here, just to be able to flip one.
See, he has his productivity and gaming setup in one area. This makes sense. This is your B-roll setup where you're reviewing products, getting pictures, or like slow B-roll videos. This makes sense to have in a different area, so that way you can have a different desk. You can have mats you put down for different textures like wood or leather, different colors. You can have different backgrounds, different lighting, or if you need different height adjustments, like he has this bar so he can get different height levels for the camera to get different zoom levels, different details. This is smart. This is what I want to do.
Switch and all the lights come on, and just be able to turn on the camera and film. It just makes things so much more easier or efficient. Getting packages all the time. Now I do have the Pataka mag stand with my iPad Pro. This is just to monitor the camera, and the turnable table is how you guys see in all these smooth 360 shots. I have multiple different backdrops and construction paper to change the overall look of the overhead from time to time. The way I stand up my camera to get these amazing overhead shots, I purchased another desk mount. This is the same exact desk mount that I use on my LG 38-inch ultra wide, and I unscrewed the VESA mount. This is the VESA mount part here, and I brought a camera screw converter. I put in a ball head, which this is one of the best ball heads ever. And then the cool thing about this, you can pick up release plates. So you can pick up these release plates and screw it onto another desk mount. I want to shout out to 𝕆𝖏𝖓 for telling me about this rig. I appreciate it. Check out his channel. I throw his link in the description. I still have the 𝕽𝖆𝖛𝖊𝖓 champion chair here present. So in case anybody want to come through my room, they have a place to sit. There you guys have it. That is what's new in the studio room.
Okay. I would give this setup about a 9 out of 10. The one thing that drops it that 1 point is the entertainment stand, its location. Everything else is really good. His setup looks super clean. I like the layout of the desk. The lights are really good. There's nothing too cramped or cluttered in one spot. It's a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. All right, on to the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed part 2. Part 3 will be coming out soon, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.